Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into Jeff Keller's Attitude is Everything.
That's right. A real classic in motivation.
Yeah. And we want to give you the absolute core insights. Think of it like a shortcut to understanding how your attitude really does shape your life.
Exactly. We're aiming for the practical stuff, what you can actually use from Keller's framework.
Okay, so first up, this idea of thinking like a winner. Keller has this great garden analogy.
Oh yeah, the mind is a garden.
Right. Plant positive thoughts, good things grow. Plant negative ones.
You get weeds. It's simple, but quite profound. It's about actively cultivating the results you want.
And it primes your brain, doesn't it? When you focus on possibilities, you actually start, seeing them more often.
Absolutely. It's not just passive optimism. You're directing your mental focus. You look for solutions. You tend to find them. It becomes a cycle.
Which connects right into the next point, your words. How much power they have.
Huge power. Self-talk is critical.
Keller really emphasizes how saying, I can't, just slams the door shut mentally.
It does. It's a self-imposed limitation.
But if you flip it, maybe to something like, okay, how can I can figure this out.
And you're opening doors. You're building belief. It's like reprogramming your internal narrative. Language doesn't just reflect thought, it shapes it.
Definitely. But Keller is also super clear. Thinking alone isn't enough.
Not even close. Wishful thinking gets you nowhere.
He calls action the magic word. You have to do things.
Yes, even small steps. Consistently, that's what builds momentum.
It's like pushing a car that's stuck. Getting it moving is the hardest part, right? But once it's rolling.
Exactly. Action creates evidence for your brain that things are happening, which fuels more positive thought, which fuels more action. It's that bridge.
Okay, but life throws curveballs. Setbacks happen. We all know that.
Inevitable, and Keller tackles this head on.
Yeah, it's about the response, isn't it? Do you make excuses, blame things?
Or do you look at it as, feedback? A chance to learn something and adjust course.
That shift from failure to feedback is massive for resilience.
It really is. It's about asking, what can I learn here? Instead of just, throwing in the towel.
And then there's this fascinating part about visualization.
Mental imagery, yes.
Using your imagination to actually see yourself succeeding. It sounds maybe out there.
Well, maybe at first glance. But think about athletes. They do it all the time.
Right. They mentally rehearse the perfect performance.
And Keller argues we can all do that. By vividly imagining achieving a goal, you're training your brain. You're building the neural pathways, making success feel more familiar, more achievable.
Increases confidence, sharpens focus on the actual steps needed. Makes sense.
It does. It primes you for the real thing.
And the final big takeaway, maybe the most important, attitude isn't a destination.
No, it's a daily practice, a conscious choice you make every single day.
Like exercise or brushing your teeth, like you said earlier. It needs consistent effort. You have to actively choose to be positive, to be resilient.
Precisely. It's about cultivating those habits. Gratitude, optimism, looking for the good. It becomes your default setting over time, but it starts with that daily decision.
So for you listening right now, just take a second. How do these ideas land with you? What are you working towards or maybe struggling with?
Yeah, could shifting your thoughts or even just the words you use about it make a difference?
Think about applying these ideas. Maybe in a meeting, a project, even just how you approach your day tomorrow.
Where could a small shift in attitude potentially unlock a different outcome for you?
Because that's really the bottom line from Keller, isn't it? Your attitude is a choice, and that choice fundamentally steers your future.
Absolutely. So here's something to chew on. What's just one tiny intentional shift you could make today? In your thinking, maybe. Or just the words you use to describe a challenge.
And just consider, how might that one small change, repeated over time, start to reshape things in a more positive way?